guys, back to my channel Storytime with T, and today we're going to talk about topic number 17, which is labels. And what I mean by the word labels is that in politics, I, I come across a lot of, well, I look at a lot of YouTube videos about protesting and stuff. I see a lot of protesters and a lot of journalists use terms like alt-left, alt-right, capitalism, communist, liberal. I even got called on social media a liberal, but it was more offensive. They define liberal, crazy liberal, whatever. And I just said something in the YouTube comments, and I just got called a liberal. Now, back then, when I say back then, like, I guess it's kind of recent, but I never heard of all these different terms used in politics. And I was just, speaking my mind about certain issues, whether excuse me, whether it be racism, whether it be about the LGBTQ community, whether it be about the Muslim ban, stuff that's going on with that, and I want people to understand. I want the people in politics to understand. I want the people outside of politics to understand. I want the people that are interested in spirituality and who are interested in religion. I want everybody in the world to understand that our design, our design, if you will, our makeup, what we're made out of and what we're made from, what we're made out of is what I will call labels or intelligence, if you will. And everything, our design is to use labels. And I'm going to have to go into more detail about this later. But our design is to use labels. We label everything. As I'm speaking, I'm using labels. But anyways, enough of that. If we're going to use labels in politics, we need to, as a as a whole, as a group, understand what these labels mean. Take for instance, we have the Black Lives Matter movement. I had no knowledge of what that movement was about. I researched a tiny bit of it, and it seems to be a movement that is like a loose phrase or loose term. In other words, that the movement's definition varies from person to person, and I've heard people say, it means this, it means that, and I'll actually elaborate on Black Lives Matter movement in the next video. But I want to get off topic. But what I'm really trying to say is that when we use labels like Black Lives Matter, we need to not focus so much on the label, but focus on the individual. And take for instance, if someone called me again, like a liberal, just for speaking my mind, I'm not a liberal. That's just a person's opinion. They put a label on me and said I'm a liberal, and their definition of liberal is a person that's speaking their mind. A person can use any label that they choose to label a person. However, again, let's be mindful of what labels we give people, and let's not get so focused on the labels. In politics, we have this whole system where everybody's talking about this. Even on YouTube, we have a lot of channels that are really focused on labels. We have a group of protesters. Okay, if I were to go to a protest, or if I were to go to a protest in whatever state in the United States, I hear a lot of journalists or a lot of people, protesters saying, "Oh, those are crazy liberals. Those are crazy communists." They label a group of people as alt-left and say, "Oh, the alt-left is crazy." And they're talking about a whole group of people, saying that they're stupid, they're dumb. And I don't understand why people are labeling an entire group of people when everybody is an individual. And I just want people to understand that everyone... Okay, that just scared me. My bottle fell. But everybody is an individual person with their own thoughts, their own opinions and beliefs, whatever. But I'm trying to. I may have to do another video on this. But what I'm trying to say is that, okay, take for example, I look at a video on YouTube, a political video on YouTube. I make a remark about an issue that the video was mainly about. The video was about two people that were in politics. One is a journalist. One is just a protester. The journalist is interviewing a protester. That protester happens to carry the label that society gives that person, a liberal. So the issue they were talking about is abortion. This liberal person is saying, I am pro-abortion. The journalist is saying, why are you pro-abortion? Abortion, and the journalist's view is like, well, I'm not pro-abortion. I don't want to kill babies and all this kind of stuff like that. And this liberal's like, I don't, whatever like that. And, they're kind of battling out or having a conversation. And this journalist says, you know what, this is just a crazy liberal. He's just crazy, whatever. And this kind of energy going around is not right. It's not helping people in politics, and it's not helping the world grow, or move in a prospering direction. And I'll talk more about this because I feel like I'm talking in circles. But I just want to say that quick little thing. Hopefully someone who listens to this video takes something from what I said and understands it. I will have to get as thorough as I can because I'm trying to think at the top of my head. So yeah, the next video I will talk about. Okay. So I'll see you guys in the next video.